Bronny can go in front of Ian.
Nigga, my mama gonna go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga gonna do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah. But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shaduma.
Right, it's about to get
Dion
already
none of that.
We all saw what we saw. You know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's all
like,
when
you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He push him like, get off of me. Get off of me. Get off me. No, don't touch me.
Was it worth the $30,000?
Now?
In the moment.
In that moment.
In the moment.
He was up.
You remember?
Was it bingo night or was it? 44.
You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But I'm gonna keep it high level. This is gonna just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. this whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is, I am undefeated. Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to line up. He's getting up. And show, yeah, we doing this for real. He's funny.
Oh, we're supposed to get the ball. This one?
Cut that up, baby. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. I know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
Well, you think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail. Okay, you know what? Big dog? Yes. I ain't light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now.
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it.
Blah, blah, blah. Y'all up again. We back at it, my friend. Oh, my God. When will the madness end? Tell a friend. Tell a friend. What the hell going on in this world today? I'm starting to see through people, and I know y'all do too. We are getting agendified. It's getting weird and wild out in these streets. I'm not lying to you. And it's so bad that when someone's right, they a hater just because they said it too early. And then when someone's wrong, we don't even catch them. We don't even care because the accusation is louder than the apology. What the hell am I talking about? These.
When I say fool's gold and everybody get to saying certain things, oh, you hating, you bitter, you this, you that. But it was inevitable. When you start to see that you're beating everybody at they're not at their best. Yeah. You're finding ways to scratch and claw to win. They're not at their best, bro. You're fighting little bro. You're not fighting big bro. Matter of fact, you're fighting the third cousin. You're not fighting the head honcho.
Okay, so we know what we're talking about, don't we? He's talking about how he was in front of looking at the New England Patriots like, that's cute, but that's not it. And because he's a former Patriot, because he's Cam Newton, because of how his career ended and how much personality he has, he takes a lot of shots. And he's like, dog, why y'all think it's coming with a different spirit than it is? It's coming from experience. It's coming from somebody who did it. It's coming from an MVP. It's coming from a Super Bowl contender. And y'all acting like I don't remember what this game is about.
As you start to identify in that game, as things was transpiring, the Seattle Seahawks was imposing their will and throwing their weight around to say, they're not locked in. This can't be the Super Bowl matchup that we was hearing so much about. And you can keep saying the Will Campbells, you can keep mentioning Drake May, you can even keep mentioning Josh Allen. But nobody, Josh McDaniels. But nobody on the New England Patriots side of the football, coaches included, really took it personal to say, hey, this one's on me. Where a game where a guy like Stephon Diggs it was set up for you like to take over. Nobody took over.
Okay, blah, blah, blah. See, this is why none of us are perfect. All right, I love what he said. Everything he said except the end. Because Gonzalez, I'm going to show you some stats about Gonzalez. He's a defender, so obviously it's much more difficult to take over a game as a defender, but Gonzalez tried. I mean, that boy was out there eating. However, he's right. Nobody could and nobody would. It's so crazy about confidence. Like, you can say what you want about anybody's skill set. You can say what you want about somebody's talent level. If they don't believe it, they ain't going to achieve it. And they talk to each other. So your confidence a lot of times is in connection to what you can do and ability, right? Like, you ever see somebody super confident, ain't got no ability? That guy doesn't last long. You don't even want to be around that guy long. You're like, dog, you talk like you gonna do it. You ain't. And at the sooner or later, you can start to say, that's not my teammate. I'll roll with him, right? They're in connection. They're in conversation with each other. And you hope that you got high talent and you hope you got high confidence. But it doesn't always go that way, especially when experience comes in and says, excuse me, you can believe in all you want. You can have all the talent you want. But guess what? You ain't been here before. Oh, God. Cam's right. The end of that game started looking like an Indiana-Alabama game, Indiana-Oregon game, where you start saying, something ain't right here. And it's all different reasons. Sometimes it's talent. Sometimes it's confidence. Sometimes it's experience. For the New England Patriots, it kind of looked like all of them. All three of them things came together at the wrong time. So that was Cam Newton being right? And you got to love Cam Newton for saying it that way. Get it out, Cam Newton. Let him know. Well, let's just say to get to this matchup, not everybody knows the straight way. What's the shortest distance between 2 points? A straight line, right? How do you go from being an okay team to a team that can win a Super Bowl? Well, let's just say that's a path less traveled and a path not always seen. Let's go.
So, Stephen A., real quick, so you think the move's to go with J.J. McCarthy?
I'm saying, sure, I believe that's the case. But in the same breath, it's about how much it's going to cost you. It's about how much it's going to cost you. And I'm saying you don't give him $40 million. You don't give him $40 million. You go with J.J. McCarthy because how much of a difference will it be?
Blah, blah, blah. We know people get fired for thinking that same thing. That GM up in Minnesota, like, damn it, he was safe. And then his ass came out and did a press conference and tried to be contrite, tried to be transparent, tried to be real, and say, yeah, I messed up. Oh, I've had some sleepless nights. Yeah, I thought about that, Sam Darnold trade. That owner said, peace. The hell are you talking about? Let me tell these people what I already knew, that you messed up. So now, the good thing about this world, if you want to call it a good thing, is we not long for memory. We don't believe that we going to believe you for long. Let's go.
The real answer to this question,
is the Minnesota Vikings. You didn't even make the postseason. You got an all-world receiver in Justin Jefferson. You got a brother that ain't a scrub in Jordan Addison. You got a tight end in T.J. Hawkinson, okay?
Okay, and now he's talking about which team should have the biggest regret this season. Oh, my God. Hit that like button. Y'all see y'all in them comments. Hit the like button, God dang it, right now. Which team should have the biggest regrets this season? The team you said that they should have done what they did, and now they regret it?
And you gave away your quarterback to hand the reins to essentially a rookie in J.J. McCarthy, who was drafted the year before but didn't play one game because of the meniscus tear. So basically his first NFL action was this past year. He was unproven. And this is after Sam Darnold took you to a 14-2 record to start before you lost the season finale and a #1 seed and then ultimately a playoff game to the Los Angeles Rams. So 2 bad games where you couldn't protect them and you gave up 9 sacks against them to the Los Angeles Rams in the playoffs, and you threw them to the Wolves. You said, the hell with it, we want to utilize our money elsewhere. That's why their GM is going.
Look at Peter all smug. He's like, hey, good point, good point. Peter wasn't there last year when Stephen A. said the just opposite of this same good point. And I'm not pointing this out because it's Stephen A. Smith. I'm pointing this out because this is all of us. God dang it. We just be saying stuff. What the hell? And it's not accurate. Like, you can't predict someone else's behavior. We're going to go deeper on that later. Let's go.
He was fired. That's why Kevin McConnell no longer should be called the quarterback whisperer. That's why he's lucky to have his damn job with that kind of decision. He's a damn good coach, and I know that. But I don't want to hear no quarterback whisperer anymore. Don't want to hear that. Bottom line is, the Minnesota Vikings threw away a football season and jeopardized the career of Justin Jefferson by making the decision that they made. Clearly the Minnesota Vikings. I am shocked.
I'm shocked, too, to hear that. So shocked, because just last year you told them to do exactly what they did. And they did it. And now you're like, you guys are the worst for listening to me. It's crazy. This stuff just feeds itself in terms of, one, if you have enough word count. Like anybody. I went to my therapist yesterday. My therapist told me, said, look, everything that you say when you're having an argument, when you're having you and back and forth. I got a phone call yesterday from one of my boys, Van Lathan. Shout out to Van Lathan. That is my dude. I've been knowing Van forever. Now, if you guys know us and his podcast, you got to check it out. Him and Lindsay. So they're doing the podcast, and he called me up and said, man, you on my podcast today, and let's just say it ain't so flattering. And I was like, go get it. So the point is, me and him disagree at times. My therapist told me yesterday, any situation, when you argue with somebody, it should be able to fit on a 3x5 card. Basically, don't argue and don't try to convince somebody, and don't do it for long, because you're not. And you know what? I'm 51, and that's still crystallized with me. I'm 51, and I'm still like, wow, that makes sense. Because most of my arguments don't go well. Not because I lose, not because I win. It's just because, what are we doing? Like, it's like we moving all this furniture around, and then, like Stephen A. just did, in a couple of days, a couple of weeks, couple months, couple years, we're going to move it right back. Like, what are we doing? Like, what am I really fighting for? And I'm big on that. Like, what am I fighting for? So that show that they did from Disneyland or wherever they are, they got some good content out of that show. I can't lie. I love them post-Super Bowl shows because they be trying to wrap up the whole year. Hit the like button out here. Hit the like button. So now, sometimes you just got to keep it real. And we all know what we see. We just want to believe something else. So there's a layer of foundation truth. That's what it is. Patriots ain't that good. Yeah, they are. No, they not. I'm rooting. I'm from Foxborough. Okay, you're rooting. And then the real is, come on, son. Come on, son.
Stephen, here's the thing. Like, scheme can only save you for so long, right? Like, this was just a natural butt whooping by individuals for the Seattle Seahawks. If you looked across the field all night, it was dudes winning one-on-ones on every level from a defensive standpoint. Look, they were Hail Marys. Those were Hail Marys they scored touchdowns on. Like, that was just a player making a play. But for the vast majority of this game, New England looked undermanned from an individual standpoint. You talk about the pass rush. When they did bring pressure 7 times, 6 of them got home. When they rushed 4-man, I'm sure the pass rush win rate had to be above 60%. So when you think about the odds
that Drake May was against, when you think about the things that he was going to have to overcome.
You got to overcome the fact that you're supposed to be doing a highlight right now. You see how they try to get him out of there? And he just still rocking with it. What the hell is going on?
And we talked about his legs and the ability to scramble. All of that sounds good until, like Mike Tyson said, you get punched in the face, right? And it just wasn't there. He looked to scramble. He looked to try to make secondary plays. Seattle had New England's number, and nothing speaks to that more than when those players were interviewed. Love, in particular, the reporter asked him, when did you guys know you had this game? He said after the first series of the game. Now, that is a bold statement when you start talking about playing a Super Bowl championship, and the defensive guys after the game is saying, we knew we had their number after the first series of the
game. What do you say? Blouses. Yeah, it's real. I know you guys have been in those situations before, some type of matchup, some type of situation. You studying for a test. You studying for the test. You're like, oh, my God, SAT, whatever it may be. You're like, oh, my God, oh, this English final. Oh, my God, like the whole week, all you could think about is that. You can't even go to 7-Eleven. You can't even get a Reese's. You can't even get a bag of Cheetos. You're like, oh, my God, I got this test. And then you go in there, about 3 questions in, you're like, what? What's she saying? 2 + 3 is, huh? 5, girl. I got 5 on it. Like, you just start killing it. You're in your zone. You got your Bruce Leroy. You got your glow. And can't lie to you. Will Campbell especially, but all y'all, it was one of those matchups. So Floyd Mayweather told me this before. I said, man, I was at his house talking about the fight. And we were neighbors, so don't think I'm like flossing too out of control. So I ain't showing out. So I'm like at his house, I'm like, dog, how did you know that you was gonna do that to Pacquiao? Because Pacquiao different. Even though Pacquiao wasn't the same Pete Power Pacquiao, I was like, that's Manny Pacquiao. Like, were you scared, nervous? Like, when did you know it was like, oh, I got this one too? Instead of like, he just Pacquiao. He like, oh, he's just another fighter. He said, dog, every fight I have in the first round, what I like to do is hit him with a straight right jab right there to the abdomen. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, right there. And he said, I hit him. And when I hit him with it, I listen. And when I hear the sound, it tells me how long he want to go today and what kind of fight he got in him. I was like, what? So he was like, hey. I was like, oh, come on, man. It reminds me of, you ever play with a dog? I love playing with dogs because one, they don't bitch back like, let me stop, pun intended. Everybody else I play and wrestle with, they be like, if it's not a kid, I'm like, man, move. You're going to get crying. Man, stop playing, you're too strong. So I was like, I like playing with dogs because they be like, they be getting ferocious. I was like, look at this fool. What's up, boy? And then we go in there, and then they say, don't break a dog, right? You can break a dog. Not like they bones. I'm talking about like they spirit. So you can go in, and I was like, I got you. He was like, that's it. You better stop, or that dog ain't gonna be no dog no more. You got a cat. You ever do that with a dog? Oh, it's the best. Them dogs are gangster though. Woo, what God was doing when he made dogs. Oh man. So you can make a dog do that. And some dogs, you gonna think, and they like, nah, I'm chill. What do you do when you win a Super Bowl? What does a dog do? What does a Super Bowl MVP do? Let's hear.
You guys were the most calm Super Bowl winners that I've ever seen. There wasn't no celebration. None of y'all turned up. Tell me at some point last night, y'all got lit when y'all got with y'all people, bro.
Well, I just chilled with my family. So I chilled with my family, went to the room and bobbed out. But I think it's really the way we went about things throughout the season. You know, we had that want-to-know mentality, and, you know, that's how everybody's mindset was throughout the season. So I think that game, that's the reason that our mindset was the way it was that game.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh, ain't it sick? Look at that. Look at that. I love this. Can't judge the book by its cover. This is Mr. Muscle. Muscle Hamster. That nickname was given out before. He needs to go claim it. I mean, Kenneth Walker, the third, is a monster. Monster. That dude, I mean, in personality, in terms of expression, he wouldn't pop a bubble. He's just the nicest guy in the world. Oh, yeah, put on a different jersey color and put on some pads. Then you ain't going to see that. Right? It's crazy. I love that about the game. You can't judge the book by its cover. You just can't. And it teaches you so much about life. It's like, dog, that's a killer right there. Who? Lil Man? I dare you. I dare dare you go against him? What happened in this game? Come on, break it down, Skip.
I have respect for Drake May and what he did all the way home, all the way through the regular season. I thought his resume said that he should be the MVP. And if one voter had not voted for Justin Herbert and had voted for Drake May, he would have been the MVP. It took one vote to put him over the top as a first-place vote. The point was that given what I couldn't see, I couldn't even recognize who he was for 3 quarters, I'm going to put 60% of the blame on him. I'll put 20% of the credit on Seattle's defense while you guys are giving all the credit to Seattle's defense. And I get it. They switched it up. They were 20-second blitzes during the regular season, and all of a sudden they went a little blitz for them. They were blitz crazy last night.
You know why they blitz crazy? Because they wasn't scared of what was going to happen. Yeah, when you ain't fearing the consequences, you unload the clip. They unloaded the clip on them dudes.
They were clever and they were creative, and Witherspoon is so good at it. He made 2 guys miss on one blitz. How do you make 2 miss? There's not enough time, to make 2 miss and get to him. Okay, so but 20% there, and then I'm going to give the other 20% as blame to Will Campbell and company, because Will Campbell, I know he's a rookie, but he was the 4th overall pick. And I watched LSU a lot, and they just marveled at Will Campbell at LSU. I read last night, when he was a freshman at LSU out of Monroe, Louisiana, Pro Football Focus graded him the 2nd best blocker in all of college football as a freshman. Yeah. And we're talking about first-team All-American, and he just looked overmatched last night. I know his arms are short, but he doesn't look athletic to me. He looks like he belongs at guard to me, not at tackle, at guard.
An argument there.
Right? And so it's such a liability that Drake May lost his confidence right away in his left tackle, in his backside, in the blind side, where remember, I just want to frame this with Seattle's defense. We're about to talk about their defense, but the Rams just went up and down the field against Seattle's defense. Just for the record, they went up and down the field and averaged 8.3 yards per play against the Rams defense.
Okay, I'm done. Once you start saying 8.3 yards per play about a team that wasn't even in there, I'm out. Yeah, I'm playing with you. Now, Skip gave me what I needed, which was the percentage of blame and the shareholders in this game in terms of guilt and why we won and why we lost. You got to really look at it like Seattle Seahawks, just maybe by location, under the radar a little bit. The whole world wasn't talking about them all this year. A lot more attention to New England just because of their turnaround, because Mike Vrabel just landed there, because of Drake May's emergence. So it was a lot more conversation, New England, and it's the evil empire. Like, I hate Boston sports. Everybody I was talking to, I was like, who are you rooting for? Look, I just don't like the Patriots. I was like, hold on, who are you rooting for? It's like, my team's not in it. Okay, who are you rooting for? Well, Seattle, I was like, golly. Like, people just are anti-Patriots first. Too much success. So, let's get a little more perspective on this. Let's beat this up.
Wow. Shady.
If it wasn't for the quarterback, why are you not saying nothing about the secondary?
We're going to go
there.
Not saying nothing? I mentioned Witherspoon.
The offensive line.
I mentioned Witherspoon.
He said Witherspoon, and you said
Witherspoon's amazing. We can't get one congrats out of you.
Yo, but I'm saying, it's because he plays quarterback. What about the guard that was kicking tail?
He sound like
this is why. What about the DNs? I was getting pressure. Like, ain't none of that. So
you know what I just noticed about this show, and I noticed it because yesterday I tried to film something on my camera, and I was about to publish it, and then I heard the sound, and it was more echoey. I was like, oh, so I had to do it on this mic right here. I was like, damn, I got to do everything here? It's getting boring. So I'm noticing their mics don't work, all right? You hear the sound. They're talking in the room. That's pretty dope, and at the same time, kind of weird.
Hear me out, Shady. Hear me out. Because everyone expected him to be the reason why they lost.
Exactly.
And he
That's
was
what
not.
I was getting ready to
But
say.
he was the reason
why they won.
But my standard for Sam Darnold was
the
way we looked at this postseason before it started was, the Seahawks, phenomenal team. We like Kenneth Walker. We like Jackson Smith-Njigba. We love that defense. But Sam Darnold is going to do Sam Darnold things when it matters most. And what did he do? He He went out there and threw 5 touchdowns, didn't turn the ball over a single time in those 3 playoff games, and now they are Super Bowl champions. And you know what's even worse? You're not even the only one. Puka Nacua is out here laughing at Sam Darnold.
Oh my God!
He's out here chuckling at Sam
It's
Darnold.
laughable, yo.
Go ahead, can we show this tweet?
Take that tweet. I need the world to see this.
Puka, he just laughing at Sam Darnold right now. Laughing at Sam Darnold.
That's Puka's legitimate account.
That's it. That's his actual account. They said Puka.
Okay, let me say some things.
He laughing at y'all.
Puka, you cannot laugh at a man that beat you en route to getting what you do not yet have. Puka, you can't laugh at a Sam Darnold who threw for 346 yards and 3 touchdowns against you. Puka, you can't laugh at an individual that outplayed you in the game that mattered most en route to winning a Super Bowl. Puka, you can't laugh at the man that was the reason you were in the city, except he was in the city performing in the biggest game, and you was in the city getting your checks, but he was in the city getting his rings. Come on, Puka. We can't be laughing at Sam Darnold right now. Laugh at him next season if you want to, but on the day when Sam Darnold's a Super Bowl champion and Puka, you are not, now is not the time to laugh.
Okay, I'm with you, Acho, and I don't understand because I saw that. I saw Puka with a laughing emoji with Sam Darnold. Then one of his teammates clapped back and said, like, bro, ain't you at home? Like, you a clown or something like that. Huh? I'm like, give me more context. Beat it up in the comments. I have no idea what grounds Puka is standing on. Like, of late, I've been hearing, I told y'all when I did that video about 2 months ago, I said, Puka's feet are a little off the ground. No problem, because his production is still grounded. But his feet are getting a little off the ground in terms of some of these antics and stuff. I don't get this one. Talk to me.
Kidding me?
Fix your face, Puka Nacua. Fix your face.
Puka can't laugh?
Not now.
They're not even in the same class. If Puka want to laugh,
You're right.
Flip. They're not in the same way.
They not. They're not. They not.
Puka
They not. Sam Darnold, a Super Bowl champion. They not in the same class.
Puka is a great. He say whatever he want to say. Are y'all tripping? Another thing is this. He probably laughing because the way y'all talking. Yo, since we made the quarterback position so important, like everybody wants to make it like the in and out of the world, there's no reason why we be talking about Sam. He had a cool game. That's why Puka laughing like, yo, y'all making this big thing about Sam Darnold. But they won the game.
It's
That's
not
it.
that Sam Darnold.
But let's talk about the real dudes that actually balled out. Like,
Look,
y'all talking more. Hold up, y'all talking more about Sam Darnold. Y'all talking about Kenneth Walker.
Shady, they don't
That's
get
the problem.
here. They do not get here without Sam Darnold having an elite game.
Oh my God!
He had to have an elite performance for them to get here. He just did. He had to go blow for blow with Matthew Stafford.
Blow for blow. Bar for bar.
He had to. This is crazy, yo.
I'm sorry, like
they
he
don't
had
get there
to.
without. Another thing. The defense been all world, and that's what y'all want to talk about.
No, we started off by talking about the defense, Shady.
Here's what runs me hot about Shady.
Oh my God.
We talk about the defense. We talk about the running back. We talk about the receivers. Can we let's talk about.
We got to make a show here, man.
Please.
We got to make a show.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I got to make a show here, too. Let's go. All right, beat it up in the comments. I see y'all telling me that Puka's a goofy, and y'all telling me he's just weird or just not no good or he's acting crazy. Y'all ain't gave me nothing to really understand. Like, is there something else to it, or is just not? Maybe y'all right. He's just acting weird. Here's the thing. I love this type of conversation because now we're trying to, like, Skip was assessing credit and blame, and now they're trying to do it as well, but they're assessing fame, like who's getting all the love, who's not getting the flowers, etc. You got to understand, and we all know, it ain't even. It's not level. It's not even. You play a position. If your son is tall and fat, he's going to probably play O-line, okay? Talk to him now. Speak to him now. Let him know we ain't going to be talking a lot about you when the game is over, hopefully. If we are, it's not a good game, Will Campbell, right? So O-linemen got to understand that it is a mentality. They have it. That's why they're so close-knit. They're like, we ain't here for the credit. We ain't here for the fame. We just do our job and move on. You know, when they're building that team, they're the foundation, the O-line. Now the D-line a little different. We the foundation, but let's just say we're not the concrete. We the wood. Put us on top of the foundation, right? Build on top of that. Give us a little credit, right? Give us a little love. We got to hear our name some, right? We got to do stuff like that. And everybody on the team knows there's levels to this. And then when you get to the house is complete, Super Bowl champions or whatever the team is, The finishes are the quarterbacks. Like, it just is. Whether they are just a faucet, whether they're just that nice wall, whatever you want to call it, they are the finishes. And that's how it goes. We know that. We got to talk about the quarterback. They touch the ball every single play on offense. We got to talk about the quarterback. No one has more of a determining factor of outcome than the quarterback because they're in control of the turnovers. They're in control of the possessions, right? More than anybody else. More than any receiver. How many targets? 10. Okay, how many times you catch the ball? 7. Okay, you have 10 times, 7 times to fumble this ball or score a touchdown. How many times did I have it? How many times did I throw it? 30, 40. How many times did I hand it off? 20. I touched it all. How many times did I call an RPO? I could have ran it or I could have threw it. So by design, like, they just going to get the love and they're going to get the hate. Now, it's funny. We don't want Sam Darnold to get all the love in this moment because it was Kenneth Walker. It was the defense. Okay. But that defense was there last year. Mm-hmm. Kenneth Walker there last year? Was Sam Darnold there last year? You better be careful. You better give that man some love. And look, if you don't want to give him love, I hit you with this. Who gets all the hate when it doesn't go well? The quarterback. Who gets the most love when it goes well? The quarterback. It goes together. You can't cut it off because you right now in this moment say, no, it's them. Look, when they lose games, when they look bad, and the quarterback's sitting there like, it ain't just me. It was my O-line. He doesn't say that. He takes it. You don't absolve him of any of the blame when they do bad, so do not try and extinguish the love when they out there eating, when they ball out. All right, so simple as that. So beat up in the comments. Let me check out what my people is doing, what y'all doing over here before we talk about these ratings that actually aren't ratings. People are crazy. Oh, man, love. Fried Bryce. I'm sorry, brother. Number 3, you said they're not great podcasters. You're silly. I love it. I was a left guard in our version of Pee Wee. All right, Fried. Get some. You probably fat too, huh? A little chunky. All right. Love the Jay Black, who's number 1. Bro, Wiley, it might be intentional because speakeasy folk be talking over each other all the time. Mics be cut. LOL. Good. I like it. Look, I'm trying to inquire because I don't know. But I just noticed because yesterday I tried to do the same thing. And I was like, that's not direct sound. Like, you can hear this, right? And then you can hear that. That's their show. Their show is like, you're hearing that, right? And I was like, but why did Mike there? We figured it out. All right, my son, Mr. Miyagi said, now y'all son. Okay, let's get to this. Y'all been talking about all these ratings, and they ain't out yet. Simple as that. Here's when Nielsen is expected to release the ratings and viewership for the Patriots in game. Let's get through this quick. Expanded big data viewership. They're telling you it's coming out tomorrow, and then this is what they're saying. Do not get caught up in this. The Super Bowl halftime show drew 100 million viewers. That means throughout the halftime, every minute saw 100 million unique viewers on average. That is distinct from the way YouTube records viewers. A viewer is when someone watches a video for 30 seconds. 10 million YouTube views cannot be compared to 10 million views on Nielsen. Basically, they're sending out a warning because it's coming out today. Y'all know what y'all going to see. How many people watch Bad Bunny? How many people were watching the game? And then it's going to be all different codes, different legends, as they're called. You're going to have to know which one to apply. Views are going to be different than ratings. Ratings going to be different than minutes watched and all that kind of stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Just wanted to make sure all y'all caught that because behind the scenes, there is a game within the game. There's always the ratings, which drives the revenue, which gets the money there. And then you got to talk about the money.
For winning the Super Bowl, the winning team, each player gets $178,000. In other words, the Super Bowl isn't a part of their salary.
Did y'all hear that? They just got them 3 times the average American salary in that one game. On top of all the perks and love and the fame and Jesus, it's a lot of money.
And because the game was played in California, and California has a jock tax, and they look at duty days. So each team spends 7 days in the state of California. So those are 7 duty days, and they pierce your regular salary at 3.5%. So he has to pay when you take in account he got the $178,000 plus his overall salary, he has to pay the state of California for spending 7 days there $249,000.
That's just so stupid. I mean,
Yeah, but
really is.
it ends up.
Oh, now that's a co-host. That's just so stupid. Well, what he did was a little bit of some math magic right there, but basically we were talking explicitly about the game, how you get $178,000 per player. Somebody didn't even play and got $178K. Okay. So then now we add that to all the money that he's got, and then we start to get to $240,000. You're not paying $240,000 on $178,000. We get that, but it didn't really come out like that. But go.
Costing him $71,000 to go play in California. Now, if I'm the NFLPA, now you got to remember, it's probably even more than that because since he's in Seattle, he's playing against San Francisco 49ers. So that's another day he's there. And he's playing against the LA Rams. That's another day he's there. So he's probably had like 9 or 10 duty days, or maybe even more than that in the state of California. So if I'm the NFLPA, I'm like, hey, we're not playing any more Super Bowls in California. We're just not.
Oh, we not? Well, let me just tell you where the Super Bowl is next year, big dog. It's in L.A. In L.A., last time I checked, I ain't looked at a map lately, but I think that thing in California, bro. Nah, I know what he's saying, and it's real, and he clarified it at the mid part, talking about, well, you got to pay a whole lot. I remember when they first started to insert that. When I first got in the league, they weren't talking about taxes per state. And then midpoint, all of a sudden, it was like, no, we got to pay every state we're in for the amount of time we were there. I guess that's the duty tax. I was like, what? What are you talking about? I'm not going to lie to y'all. Average Americans out there, do not feel bad for these cats. You make so much money that you're going to spend that money on taxes, okay? So whenever somebody got a high tax bill, they made a lot of money. That's the first thing you should think. People always think they broke. Oh, no. No, they made a lot of money. And one thing about debt that people don't understand and don't give enough respect to is that there's good debt. That means don't give the government all your money all the time when you can use that amount of money to get yourself another opportunity and then give the government what you get from that opportunity. You know? Don't eat up your nest egg. Don't touch your base. Just be like, oh, I got this over here. I got a little bonus. I got the little love. I got this little Super Bowl money. Let me go spend that and then get some of that and invest in this and then get some of that and then here you go. That's what I learned. I was like, oh, God, Lord, how many taxes? But don't feel bad for these people. Another thing that they don't get caught up in is the whole divorce stuff. Like people talking about divorce. And don't ever get used up in leverage. Somebody tell me, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to divorce you. Bye. You right now have 100% access to all that we have. Love, honey, sugar. You want to leave? Go have fun with half of this. You know how many times? It's happened like 3 times in the last 2 years. I've seen people that I'm close to, and they get into this mean spirit because you're hurt people. I'm leaving you. And then they divorce. And then none of them, even the dude is taking a hit because he got to, fund it. I'm like, none of y'all won. None of y'all came out better. I'm like, everybody taking hits. She moved over there. Where she moved to? You hit what? Y'all were together and this thing was, woo. It's just weird. Different leverages out there. Different ways people see the world. All good. Well, how did you see the halftime show? Let's beat that up because people saw it a lot of different ways. One thing I'm hating is how many times we're really getting into the politics of a show. Like politics has invaded so much that you can't watch Bad Bunny without a rooting interest in watching Bad Bunny, right? As we recap what happened at the Super Bowl. And I thought that was like wild. I mean, one, let's just look at this before we get into anything. And I want y'all to beat it up in the comments. There is something crazy here that you don't notice, but it's real. I'm going to show you at the end of this clip. But just look. There's something that ain't what it look like. And it ain't that twerking. Look at that. Ooh, this is what always throws me off. That's my girlfriend. That's my wife, whatever it may be. And I know she doing her job and she working and doing that art. My question is always this, and I know the answer. Don't you feel a certain way still? Yeah, I do, honey. You going to work today? Okay, target girl. And then don't you like lose some of your like professionalism in this moment? Like there's like 8% of him just like, ooh, and then the other 92 like, this means nothing to me. I always think about that. All right, let's go.
If most people don't understand the lyrics because you're speaking it in what they deem to be a foreign language, that is a legitimate point that the president made. That part. That doesn't mean they had a problem with it. I'm just saying his statement that most people didn't understand anything he was saying. There's millions upon millions of Americans that would have wanted to hear something in English other than Lady Gaga. That is true. And me personally, been nice to see J-Lo out there. Been nice to see Shakira out there.
Right, saw that.
Been nice to see a few people celebrating their Hispanic heritage, no doubt. But it also would have been nice if some of the songs were in English. That's all. The president is speaking on behalf, or was speaking on behalf of tens of millions of Americans who are like, I didn't understand a word he was saying because I don't know Spanish. That is a valid point.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Not on this show. It's a valid point if you watch all them fluffy cornbread, cotton candy shows because they don't really want to go there. But not on this show. Not on this show. That is not a good point. And I'm really getting I'm getting so perturbed that y'all stirring up all of this controversy and dust off of the #1 streamed artist 4 out of the last 6 years. I'm sorry. I thought the numbers speak. I thought that the world has said we love this dude. #1. What's the other two guys? Maybe Kendrick Lamar and Drake? But they not speaking English. In America, are y'all ignorant? Did y'all go to school? Did y'all I don't want to give it away. Y'all know that's not a point, right? Y'all know that's not valid, right? Y'all know that makes no sense, right? Do y'all know where y'all are? Oh, God, somebody help me. Maybe somebody who's not from here can actually tell people who are from here, stop making up this straw man argument. Stop trying to act like, hey, I couldn't understand it, so now I hate it. Nah, you trying to hide your real intentions. You ain't slick. Talk it.
I'm sorry, Piers, but to get up there and perform the whole show in Spanish is a middle finger to the rest of America. Who gives a damn that we have 40 million Spanish speakers in the United States? We have 310 million who don't speak a lick of Spanish.
Okay, so far so strong. Woo! Born in the USA. I mean, we are running with that point. This is a Trojan horse point. It's so ignorant of a point, and the people who are spewing this are not ignorant. They just don't know. So they keep going. And I know they got other agendas and policies and politics behind it, but come on. He's not speaking English is the point. You're leading with that? That's your first play? That's your scripted first 15? Oh.
This is supposed to be a unifying event for the country, not for the Latinos, not for one small group, but for the country. We don't need a black national anthem. We don't need a Spanish-speaking, non-English performer, and we don't need an ICE or America hater featured as our primetime entertainment.
Okay. She really thought she dropped the mic. And you know, I love everybody I'm showing I got respect for and love. Megyn Kelly, Pierce Morgan, Stephen A. Smith. Don't get that. Don't get it twisted. That's not me. Here's the thing. She thought she dropped the mic. Y'all about to hear something. But here we go. Somebody just said, Colin Seipel says, Marcellus, you're wrong on this one. Just take the L. I don't do rights and wrongs, but I am right in your mind on this one. You ready? I need a drum roll. Oh, God, this is going to be hilarious. Check this out.
Okay, what is the national language, officially the national language of the United States of America?
Let me just do this real quick. I am so proud of so many things in this world. And if you want to make it personal, I am so proud that I'm a father of 4. I'm a husband to 1. I am Valerie and Charles's son. I can keep going. I'm proud that I was a typewriting champion. I'm proud that valedictorian. I'm proud I went to Columbia. I'm proud I made it to the. I'm proud of a lot of things. Okay? And I know a lot of people are proud to be American, and I'm proud to be American too. But damn it, oh, we getting dumber by the data. We keep acting like we know something when we don't. Whew. Come on now. Y'all over here, and then I want to hear that, and then he gonna dress in this, he gonna wear this and this. The show, man, look. Megan, he asked you a question. What's our language?
I mean, English. And there's been a push for many years to make it an official
you don't have one.
Documented thing.
You don't have one.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it. We don't have one. Will y'all stop playing? Politics aside, y'all, let's not lose people over politics. Stop. Drop. Shut it down over your. Whoa. We don't have one. So for everybody who's been making that point, check your racism. You may have none, but just check it, because it might have some, because that ain't a good point.
If you would have let me finish my comment, I would have pointed that out, but people have been pushing to make it official.
Okay,
right,
so you're trying to make official.
This attitude that you have right here is why you in Great Britain have lost your culture. You ceded your culture to a bunch of radical Muslims who came in and took over, and now it's gone.
Okay, I love it. This is what happens in all arguments. All right, we're back to the beginning of the show. Remember in the beginning of the show I said I don't like to argue anymore. I'm trying to learn that. That's why I'm going to therapy, because I'm just getting tired of like moving the furniture just to move it again. So he makes the point, which is you don't have an official language. I know there's efforts and all that, but come on, let's be real. You don't. And instead of just taking that L, as you would say, she decides, no. Let me address your culture. That's not why we're talking right now. I thought this was a Bad Bunny not speaking English conversation. Oh, so what they do is anybody, you got them. They ain't going out like that. Oh, I got to get this. Instead of we talking about it, now I'm talking about you. Let's see how she does it.
We're not allowing that here, whether it's Hispanic, whether it's Muslim. It's not happening in the United States of America. That's why President Trump was elected. And whether it's Bad Bunny, who is American but refuses to speak English in his performances, or anybody else, we have to keep the Super Bowl, which is a quintessential American event. Football, that kind of football, is ours. They call it American football.
I hope, one, I'm not refusing to speak Spanish. Rosetta Stone and all y'all out there. I'm not refusing to speak Spanish. I don't know Spanish. I know a little bit. I know that LA Spanish. Yeah, I know, Simone. I know some little LA Spanish. I've taken Spanish for years. I'm not fluent. But if they wanted my show in oh my God. Mexico said we want to license your show, Marcellus. Okay, we want you to come out here and do some live shows. I'm like, yes. And I wish I would go there, and they were like, no, boycott Marcellus. He refuses to speak Spanish. And that's not even a great example, because Bad Bunny is Puerto Rican, which is a part of America. So I'm not even a part of Mexico, but the point stands. I'm not refusing. I just don't know it. And guess what? We don't get mad when them boxers be coming out here. And Canelo, has Canelo learned English yet? Canelo be coming out here. He don't give a damn. He be whooping people's ass or getting beat. And then he be like, the interpreter lying. That ain't what he said. All my Spanish speaking friends like, he didn't say that. Oh, let's keep going.
And the halftime show and everything around it needs to stay quintessentially American. Not Spanish, not Muslim, not anything other than good old-fashioned American apple pie. There should be a meatloaf, maybe some fried chicken, and an English-speaking performer. That's what the Super Bowl should be.
Okay, now she was in on the joke at the end. As you can see, she started leaking, started smiling. I mean, love for Megyn Kelly to the fullest. Just because she kills it, right? She got her show. Her show is not a YouTube show. That's a show. That is a show. I'm like, God dang. Respect. I just wanted to point that out because it's just getting a little silly. It's getting a little silly out here where We just not really understanding what we talking about. And I don't like apple pie. My wife does. I don't like pie at all. I could live my whole life and not eat pie. People think because I'm big, dessert time, Marcellus, come on. I'm like, what? I don't want no dessert. I don't like any desserts like that. I would eat it, but I don't need any desserts. But I do need them chips. I need that salt and crunch. Give me them. You got a bag of Munchos, a bag of Funyuns, bag of Doritos, red or blue. I gang Crip or blood. I don't care. They gone. Cheeto Puffs, wrap. Whole big bag, Costco, Smart and Final Plus. I don't care. It's gone. You can have your lemon meringue pie or something like that. All right, so let's fast forward and go through this. There's a list compiled of 10 of the, let's say, future Super Bowl performers, Super Bowl halftime performers that we should look at. Tell me if you agree with this list. Beat it up in the comments. Let's have some fun. This is what we do on this show. We're interactive. Got to figure out a feature where we can really be interactive. We're going to get there. What the hell? All of a sudden, it just switched to the 10 best movies. I don't want to do that. Okay. I don't know what just happened, but let's just see if I can get it back. If I can't, we moving on. We do that another day, another way, another way, another way. Let me stall. Can I stall? Can I stall for y'all? Nope, I can't stall. Wow, that's weird. Let me see if I could go back. Let's see if I go back. 5, 4, 3. Come on, Wiley. Nope, it didn't work. Dang, that's Jack. They don't want y'all. All right, it was a weak list anyway. Basically, what they want to say, they were like, Drake. Should Drake do it? That'd be sick. I'm hearing a lot of Chris Brown. But then I heard Chris Brown shaded Bad Bunny, and you know the NFL. You know Jay-Z and his connection to Rihanna. I don't think Chris Brown ever gets on. Just being real. Now should he? Hell yeah. I just went to his concert in Las Vegas and sang. But no, it's not going to work. Oh, I heard Kid Rock. Let's do this. Did y'all watch the alternative one on TP USA? Did you?
So like I said on the show many times, I didn't turn the channel once. I'm in on the Super Bowl. I want to watch all of it. This morning, however, I did see some videos online from the TPA USA. Yeah. You know, the Kid Rock one? Mm-hmm. And I got to be honest, I love country music, and I like Kid Rock. That was embarrassing, what Kid Rock did. He didn't sing a single song.
Yeah, look lip-synced, right?
By the way, he didn't even try to lip-sync it. Yeah. He pretended to have the mic, and then the mic was over here away from his body, and he's still singing. And I like Kid Rock a lot. And I love country music like you do. Mm-hmm. That was, and I know a lot of people watched it. It was successful. 5 million people streamed it, whatever. Right. I don't know, man. Not great.
All right. Just like I had y'all on the wrong screen. Sorry about that. I didn't watch it, so I can't give you an opinion. And frankly, I don't know. I love the NFL for probably even more reasons than you, because the NFL helped build the house I'm in. You know, it helped build me into the person I am. The NFL has given more to me than I ever gave to the game. And I think that's every single player ever. So I don't know. I got a little tribal, maybe territorial is a better word, about the NFL. Like, all right, I get it. Y'all don't like this. Y'all don't like that. But who likes anything absolutely about anything, right? I don't like In-N-Out. My favorite place in the world to eat, probably, just based on how many times I've been. You know what I mean? Especially when you go somewhere to a track meet and they got the In-N-Out truck there. You running faster to get to the truck than you are on the track. You're like, I got that In-N-Out. They don't do the French fries when you there. But the point is, that's my problem. I love In-N-Out. The bun could be better, but if you ask for well-done bun, animal style, it's rap, it's life, good life. Those fries, they ain't it. They got about 8 seconds of greatness, and then all of a sudden, right? So I always be thinking in my head, damn, if In-N-Out had McDonald's fries, it'd be a wrap. Then I'd be like, ooh, if In-N-Out had McDonald's fries and then Burger King ketchup. Look at this fat boy stuff. The point is, anything you talk about, you're going to say, but if I could borrow this, if I could borrow that, if they could get this. That's how I think about people. That's how I think about culture. Like, relax. We borrowing, bruh. We borrowing your land. Sorry we didn't ask. Borrowing your language. Sorry we didn't, you know what I mean? Whatever it may be. All of that stuff. So, for the sake of not getting shut down, I'm going to show you this one more time, and y'all got to tell me, what do you see? Dun, 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 dun. Y'all see anything special? Dun, dun, dun. People were complaining like this is their view from the stands, and like it was a made-for-TV halftime show. I give you that. You give you that. I never thought about that. That could make 70, 80,000 people be like, boring, because they made it for TV. He was doing all that stuff. He falling through the damn ceiling. Oh, ain't nobody in that stadium like, oh, unless you're watching the Jumbotron, and hopefully that's what they were doing. But if you weren't, you're like weak. Like The Weeknd. Remember The Weeknd was doing in the mirrors? Go to a Weeknd concert. I went there too. Sick. I mean, that's one of the best concerts I've ever been to. That thing was going. But y'all ready to see it? Check this out. Here's a trivia. I never knew. This is how you get, I'm going to show you a couple of seconds. Those are people. I had no idea. I didn't even think about it. That's all I'm going to show you. You know the NFL on Super Bowl, please. Those are people. Huh? Bad Bunny did something. I mean, we ain't probably going to understand it to the end, but let's just say Bad Bunny did something. Oh, my God. All right. So, NFL, what y'all doing next? What's coming up? What's on the horizon? We know y'all always thinking about something, thinking of a master plan. This ain't nothing but sweat inside my hand.
It's been a long time since we've seen a new team. Is there any thought of expansion on the table based upon all of these factors, based upon more international exposure, the possibility of an 18-game schedule? Is expansion kind of always out there sitting as a thought?
Well, first of all, NFL's so gangster, they like, don't you dare. We ain't the NBA. We ain't just letting our content out like that. We ain't hoeing it out like that. Even when you film the commissioner, don't you dare show me live like that. Look at this.
You can think of expansion as the number of teams, or you can think of expansion as us playing in international markets and reaching in different areas, and expanding our international series. I think as far as teams are concerned, I think at some point, if our international growth continues the way it is, I can see international growth on an international basis, and in some of these markets, which there undoubtedly, even today, I think there are cities out there that could support an NFL team. And we're at the early stages, so I don't take international expansion off the table. I think it's very possible someday.
Blah, blah, blah. I mean, duh, it's going to happen. You live long enough, you're going to see the London whatever, hyenas or whatever the hell they're going to be. You're going to see the Mexico marauders or something. You're going to see it. It's coming. It's coming. And good for it. Like, what kind? I hope there's not a resistance. Oh, what do you mean for the travel and for the... Do you know the option? If you're not in the NFL, you want to play in those leagues that's over there already? How's their travel? You know what I mean? Like, you'll figure out a way because you're going to fund it to make it fun enough where you're going to say, let's do it. Simple as that. So looking forward to the NFL continuing to grow. Once again, Commissioner Goodell, as long as you keep making these guys for the same amount of production, get 4, 5, 6X, and it's already happened. We're already at 4X. Right? Think about it. How much was Tom Brady and those guys getting when they were killing it? 20 million, 30 million? Now they at what, 70, 60, 70? That's 2X for the quarterback position, but it was already peaked out. DN position, top DNs was Strahan. I signed 6, 7, and that was the top for half a day. And then Strahan signed his for 8. He signed a 4-year 32 or something. 8 million. Michael Strahan. 8 million now. That's a game. You're getting 2 games max, coach. I give you 2 games for 8 million. What did Myles Garrett sign for? 40? That's 5X. Goodness. Y'all want to hate the commissioner. I know no one's perfect, but shut your trap. All right, let's get into this topic right here because Stephen A. Smith responded to Shannon Sharp's response of like, yeah, I'm open to go back to First Take. I would love to go back to First Take. They know my number, blah, 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 all that. So let's get into it real quick. In this time on First Take, Shannon Sharp seemed to offer Stephen A. Smith an ideal sparring partner, willing to meet him with hot takes and loud rebuttals. That era ended last year. ESPN severed ties with Sharp after he settled in 59 minutes. Sharp maintained his innocence, but the entire episode was too much for ESPN to bear. Yeah. We all know how that went down, right? Could have went down a little different. Maybe it would have been a different outcome. We are past that point. In the interview, though, Sharp expressed his desire to return to ESPN at First Take during Super Bowl week. We saw that. That's not my call. I would love to go back if they were to call. Bert, Jimmy, Dave Roberts, that's their call. But obviously I'm more than willing. I'm more than capable. They saw what we do here on Nightcap. They see the numbers that we generate. Okay. So then McCarthy also spoke with Smith and mentioned Sharp. Smith said he was grateful for the work Sharp did on First Take, but seemed to consider that era in the past. We talk all the time. He and I talk at least 2 or 3 times a month. Let me try and read it in Stephen A. Smith voice, all right? You know, I worked for him for a while. Nah, I can't do it. I certainly didn't have the lengthy relationship with him that I had with Skip Bayless. Ooh, he framed that thing. He said, look, before I even start, I've had closer relationships, longer relationships than even him. Let's start there, okay? And we ain't working together. So because I didn't know Shannon like that, but regardless of the things that happened, he was always a good friend and a good partner to me. Whatever I needed from him for First Take, he did. He contributed to us having record ratings. See, this is why he's at the top of the game, y'all. Look at this sentence right here. Whatever I needed from him, work. For First Take, he did work. He contributed work to us having record ratings. He can't bring them back. It's all good. And I'm going to always be grateful to that, just like I'm grateful to any contributor that contributes. He really pouring on the hot sauce now. He like, look, dog, we don't even need to have these conversations no more because, you know, in brand awareness, brand likeness, like they're in different worlds. They're in different worlds in terms of brand. I'm grateful to any contributor that contributes the way that he did. Now let me throw him in there with the rest. Ryan Clark, Swagoo, Many Kimes, Don Olowski, Chris Canty, Cam Newton, the list goes on. Whew. These are quotes, y'all. Gangsta. Kimberly Martin, so many people, Kendrick Perkins, Jay Williams, and others, Brian Windhorst, let me not forget him. So many people have contributed, once again, to the success of First Take, and Shannon Sharp was right at the top with the rest of them. He was fabulous for me. Whew. And I'm always going to be grateful to him, and I'm always going to be a great friend to him. Pretty funny to see how, this is now them talking, the article. It's pretty funny to see how Smith frames his time with Sharp, not as an equal, but as a contributor, no different from any of the other people who infrequently sit across from him. Whereas Sharp seems to think ESPN might come to their senses and bring him back into the fold, it doesn't appear that Smith is pushing too hard to make it happen. Just wanted y'all to hear that. Yep. Nothing to add. I mean, that's how the game goes. Like, you know, a lot of people always talk about, oh, y'all run it back. Forever I heard, run it back, Sports Nation, run it back. And I was like, run it back where and how and doing what? Everybody's like running somewhere else in different directions. Then I hear that a lot with Max and Marcellus. Max and I still talk all the time, and that's my dog, right? Run it back. Max and Marcellus, run it back. And you just got to think. I think the toughest thing about any sequel, any run back, is you're like, are we just chasing what we did, and can we even catch it? Your first thought is like, are we just doing that song again, or is it really a good remix, right? Like Biggie, One More Chance. You know, One More Chance was good. Not great. It was not great. It was good. The remix, Jesus. You do that? Yeah, we remixing. Give me the vision, give me the thoughts, give me the runway, because you already got something in the bank. So you gotta start where that one stopped. You can't start at the beginning again and then be like, let's build something new. Everybody not gonna be judging you on new. They're gonna be judging you on, oh man, y'all used to clown. Now you're not clowning. Oh man, y'all used to talk about y'all life and now y'all not. Everything is contrast. Everything. Hit the like button, hit the like button. Everything is going to be, hit the like button. Everything's gonna be, oh man, Marcellus is different. Oh man, Max has changed. Oh man, Shannon used to, oh man, look at him, he's scared now because of. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the real. So that's where it is. That's where it is. It's a tough place to be too. Real tough. Real tough, but not as tough as this. Whoa, watch this. Max Crosby, he's like, Vegas is tough. Told Tom Brady he would never play for the Raiders again. An unnamed GM told Jason Lockenford. All right, we're playing a telephone game right now. I'm a GM. Can't tell you how I heard this. Can't tell you this real or not, man. I got to tell you though. I'm gonna call Jason up. Jason, what's up? Oh man, just chilling over here. Just got some news. I got a little tidbit for you. Here you go. You know that boy Max Crosby over there in Las Vegas. Well, let's just say he ain't gonna be in Las Vegas long. He told Brady he ain't playing for them Raiders again. That's a fact. He told them he'll retire before he ever plays for them again. Damn. But I'm not sure they're actually going to trade him. Myles Garrett said the same thing last year, and we know how that ended up. Oh, money is – look, Max want to get it. Like, he already got money. And he live in Vegas. And he turned his life around, so he looking at life a whole different way, right? And he like, look, I need to get it all. I think he wanted it all. And then the Raiders' plan may not be a plan where you see it all. Even though they got the number one pick again. They got the number one pick again. They got the number one pick again. They got the number one pick. You're going to get Mendoza, right? You got cap space, like $90 million. You just got to have a plan. You got a new coach, Kubiak. Shout out to Clint. A lot of stuff happening. But at the same time, not enough. Maybe not enough to keep him. Contract could be part of it. Maybe a Micah Parsons trade part of it. I don't know, but that's interesting. Usually you don't go on a limb and say all that if it ain't happening. And Max Crosby hasn't said anything about it. He says he's now not talking about his contract and stuff like that. He made that conscious effort when everybody start guessing, so we'll see if it is real or if it's fake. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. All right. Now, Adam Silver's a different commissioner. He has to play – little bro to the big bro, Roger Goodell, and NFL. NFL runs things. You don't believe me? We took Christmas for y'all. Give me that. Give me Christmas. NFL walked up to God and Jesus said, excuse me, Lord, love you. Can I have Sunday? Can I borrow some Sunday? I know you told the world to rest, and they will rest at home watching our games. And matter of fact, can you shorten sermon today? Can you only keep it an hour, not 2 hours, because we got to go kick off. I've been at church before, and the pastor was like, Oregon is playing. He like, oh, yes. And Philippians 4:13. And then he looked at his watch, I guess. He's like, whoa, we're going to have to speed this up. It's kickoff time. In church, they really talk about football. Last week at our church, they had Jersey Day for the Super Bowl, so love. But Adam Silver, since he's little bro, he's sitting there now like, little bro going to win. Because Big Bro is out of town. Big Bro is shut it down. Big Bro's season is over. It's time for the NBA to shine. He got the All-Star Week here in L.A. And he said, hey, y'all, take the handcuffs off. Get it going.
A lot to unpack for Tony Brothers, Brent Barnaky.
Oh, he made him flinch?
Mo Gay starts the jersey grabbing.
Damn. He like, if you don't leave me alone, I'm going to tell everyone in my country. Damn, what is this? First of all, I know him. What's his name again? Niles Reed. No. What the? Who makes somebody flinch in the league where you know you ain't going to get hit? God dang, he fight like me. Like, I don't want none of these problems. God dang. Adam Silver, call the dogs off. What you got going on here, bro?
Oh, Charles Lee. Come on.
Oh, here we go. My favorite player who ain't everybody's favorite player. Of course, everybody loves LaMelo. Let's see this. A whole different game. And I'm trying to learn the culture because I think it's kind of weak. Y'all complain about everything. Shut up. Like, golly, football, we ain't got it like that. We look at the refs sometimes and be like, what? But most of the time, we are actually guilty. We know it. Yeah, we were holding. Yeah, I'm offsides. Like, I guess it's a different culture. But I can't even go to my son's 10-year-old games. That's not a foul. If you don't sit your fat ass down, sir, shut up. That's not a foul. You weak. He weak because he called a foul? You saw all things possible in that moment with your back and your angle? Okay. It's crazy, right? So that's the world we're living in right now. I just don't get it. It's a real space. And the college basketball world even crazier. It's getting wild out in these streets.
World as an Alabama.
Damn. Shout out to Charlie Baker. He a big dude, too. I know Charlie Baker. Gotta agree. Like, I'm trying to go dig into my, like, all my sensitivity, all my, you gotta have empathy. I'm trying to play all the cards, and I don't have any. Like, if maybe it's a dumb rule and I'm just abiding by the rule because I'm a rule stickler, but at the same time, it's like I'm trying to see if I want to roll the dice, I got to deal with the consequences of that roll, right? And I can't leave college, go to the NBA, G League, whatever you want to call it. It's not college. And play around up there, and whether practice, whether get the resources, just depart one level to the next and be like, oh, I didn't make it. Oh, this ain't for me. Oh, this ain't going to work out. And then go back. Don't you wish relationships work like that? Like, give me a hall pass, baby. Yeah, okay, take that hall pass. Bye. So, I don't know.
Alabama issued a statement in response, which read in part, the NCAA has granted eligibility to over 100 current men's basketball players with prior professional experience in the G League or overseas.
Really?
Granting eligibility to some professionals and not to others is what creates the havoc we are currently in and why consistency from decision makers is so desperately needed.
Ooh, now that's a point. 100? Are we sure? I need some names and numbers. Beat it up in the comments. Who are they talking about? Really? So they singled him out. Why? Because he better? I know his name is out there more than anybody else. I know he's the poster child, but is it because he's just better?
Now, I agree with the end of their statement. It's what I've said for years now. Some rules, any rules, and consistency are necessary because at this point, absent any guardrails, you have mayhem. Nate Oates, the Tides head coach, said the system was broken and that they were just following the law. But they played Bediako because they got a favorable ruling initially, which meant they could. And just because you can doesn't mean that you should. But given the high stakes of collegiate athletics and the sense that everybody else is doing it, morality and ethics are going to take some gumption. And I don't know how we are supposed to differentiate between G Leaguers and European pros who are in their early or mid-20s. Who the hell knows how old they are? The significance of this particular ruling is that a judge said no. The NCAA hasn't had many wins like this in court. Perhaps it will lead to other judges doing the same. I just assume Alabama's going to appeal until a judge says yes. That has happened in countless other situations. It's all just a mess. The product on the floor, as we saw again tonight, Arizona, Kansas, college basketball is awesome this year. It's all the other stuff that's just not great.
Blah, blah, blah. And based on his numbers, Charles Bediako's numbers, it's like, let him play. He ain't killing it. No, let me not do that. All right, let me be for real on this one. They're not going to come to a universal understanding, universal agreement, universal rule, because there's too many interests involved. There's too much money involved where you can kind of, as they say, like in healthcare, the money is not in the cure, right? It's in like treating the symptoms. And not even curing the illness, just treat the symptoms. Treat the symptoms. They go, and then you're still sick or something else will pop up. And it just seems like with the NCAA, let's not fix this. We can't fix this because there's money in paying me to be whoever I am in attempting to fix this. And that's coming from the NIL, that's coming from the teams, the agents, the players, everybody. Is like, you make a lot more money when you kick up dust and create a wild, wild west. It's like a gold rush. Right now, it's a gold rush to college sports. And then guess what's next? Y'all know it's coming. High school. Once they set up shop, the pro is already set up in infrastructure. They got some things shaking. Mark Cuban wants to buy back into the Dallas Mavericks higher than he is. He wants to, he's got a group going to get that going, to get back ownership because he's not liking the state of affairs. And Cooper Flagg's still there while you got that. You got all kind of people just always trying to maneuver and shake things up. In the NFL, they're talking about expansion and international expansion. But pretty much as an entity, we know what it is, right? The media rights deals are coming up. College is like, what? It's a wild, wild west. And then you're going to fast forward, it's going to be set up in a better border and structure. But guess what's not? High school. And high school going to be even worse because what's governing high school? Now, at least you got an NCAA. What's governing high school? Go. International High School Federation of what? Never heard of it because it doesn't exist. The good thing is, let them act a fool in certain ways. because a lot of kids are going to benefit from it. $2, $3, $4, $5 million. In college, where the G League is $50,000, $75,000. So y'all got to look at the whole picture, whole circumference of this. The problem's going to be there's going to be people like him. He's going to suffer because he's going to be in the chase. He's going to be in the pursuit. To what end? So I feel for him. At the same time, these are the breaks. Like, some people are just not good enough. Some people are good enough. Some people going to chase it. Some people, it's going to come to them. It's not even out here. So we'll see what happens. I just look forward to my kids being in a place where they actually can get a lot of that love. Real spit. Whether they good or not, it ain't even going to matter. It's going to be a place where you're going to be, if you're on a good high school team, probably all high school teams, but a good high school team, you're getting paid. Free tuition, board, paid. Just like how they started in NCAA. All right, give them something. Hell yeah. Pay for that tuition. You know what tuition going to cost for high school back then? Going forward? Crazy. So, last topic right here. Speaking of Max Kellerman, he's talking about my favorite topic probably. If I go to the barbershop, the number one topic I would love to talk about, obviously I ain't going. Number one topic I want to talk about is KD with the Golden State Warriors. Real spit. Well, Rich Paul, take my place. Let's go.
One of my favorite players, by the way. I'm not picking on him because I don't like him or something, but I'm telling you how I feel about it and how I think about it. In KD's case, the championships are not like, for example, LeBron's championship in Cleveland, is because instead of demonstrating the thing that I just said, he entered a situation where that team is now so much better, probably than any team ever, that there's no way for them, if they're healthy, for them to lose. They can't lose. Did LeBron James and the Cavs, who had an excellent team that year, have a shot against that Warriors team?
Man, I mean, that's a strong way to set it up. I won't lie about that. Because, like, the only way you could beat it up is say, look, before he got there, that super team that fell short, 73 wins. I shouldn't even call it super team because everyone takes that a different way. The team that won the most games in the regular season fell short in the championship game, which made them say, hey, we know we're close, but we won one, then we just lost one with a better regular season. So my assessment is, you need something. Not want, need to get back over that hump. And what they needed was way more than was necessary. KD is not what they needed to get over that hump. But they went to KD. Why are we putting him as the one that we should blame? Blame them. Y'all the one that asked. Y'all the one that wanted me.
Was there a chance in hell they could beat that team?
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Do you agree, yes or no, that they had a chance in hell, or they did not?
I do think they had a chance. Yes.
Really?
I do think they had a chance because
really?
Yes, really. Because
they got stomped out.
Yeah, but in a series, the series is a lot closer than the end result of whether it was 4-1 or 4-0. Because if you win, there's momentum swings in series. If you win game one versus the charge call or whatever the case may be, if it's a tied series 1-1 going into game 3, now that team steals home
There's
court
nothing,
advantage.
I hear you normally, but not again. Rich, but they had Steph and KD and Clay and Dre. It was over.
Listen, I'm not that person. I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, just because you had names. No, that Golden State Warriors won that series fair and square.
Okay, time out.
And they
in the year before, LeBron James, in one of the greatest games and moments and comebacks in the history of American team sports, at the peak of his powers, give or take, with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, was fortunate that Draymond Green lost his cool and got suspended, that they were able to come back and they won.
I disagree with that too. There's no
strike that from the record. I don't
But here's what I'm saying. That comment that you guys make, that's people trying to discredit.
I agree. But by the way, LeBron goaded him into making that mistake. So that's part of the game. I'm with you. My point is, it took everything and then some to barely overcome that team the year before. And then they added Kevin Durant. It's over. There's nothing you can do.
Let me tell you something.
Unless you
tell him something. Tell him one. Max doing a lot of work. Look at this. Look at all that paper. Look at that shit. And look at it. Rich like, man, come on, dog. I know ball. Let's talk it. Max is framing it the way that general population has framed it, which is, look at who they got. And then everybody else, the minority that is a loud voice but not loud enough, is sitting there like, it wasn't enough? I'm not coming over your house saying, excuse me, can I get some sugar? If I got sugar or I have enough sugar. There's a difference. I have zero sugar or I just don't have enough. Regardless, something motivated me to come to your house. Ding dong. Hey, how you doing, Paul? You got some sugar, man? Oh, yeah. People don't do that no more. They just Instacart it. But point is, y'all went to Hampton 5? Hey, KD, please. I wish they had the tapes of the Hampton 5 conversation. I wish when they all showed up, KD's doorstep and was like, yo. I wish y'all could hear the level of, we need you, dog. Because I know KD had to sit there and say, man, you know how that's going to look. Man, you know how this going to sound. You know how this going to go. Like, they had to talk through that. Let's talk through it.
Added, Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. There's nothing you could do.
There's something you could do. You can come back the next year and get better. And this is what I try to
as a franchise, you're saying.
This is what I try to explain to you. Okay, they came back from 3-1 and won. They went and got Kevin Durant and won. Oh, we need to get better to come back and combat what they did. Oh, we can't. Why? Because we don't have the capabilities to.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said it, and I hope y'all heard it. No team ever does anything unless they need to do it. No team ever. Nobody's ever taken a back seat unless they need to. Dwayne Wade and LeBron James, you got to, or we ain't going to win like we should. We're not going to be optimal. No one ever is like, oh, the best player on this team, we're not going to let him get the rock. We're not going to give it to him. We're going to pass it around. No, we're going to give it to him because we know he's the best. Like, all these things actually tell on themselves, but we don't want to listen because we think different. Okay? KD was the best player on that Golden State Warriors team. It wasn't because they wanted him to be, it's because he needed to be. Because he was taller, he could play better defense than Steph Curry. Remember the physicality? They were starting to double up on Steph and kind of give him some elbows and stuff. Remember he couldn't get free? They needed another scorer. All of that. Y'all act like they didn't design this. And then y'all gonna hate the man that they picked instead of why y'all had to pick him. Talk it.
That's it. That's the ball game.
Okay, but
That's it. We getting out of here today on that. Part 2 coming tomorrow. I love it. We finally heard it. They needed to do it. Oh my God, that's all I've been wanting to hear. They needed to do it. Yes, duh. I knew that from Sports 101. From you at 54th Street Elementary School shooting free throws and first 2 that make it are team captains. You ain't picking who you want, not first. You picking who you need. You even looking at your boy like, I got you, dog. They ain't gonna pick you. You remember that? You be like, I got you, shut up. They don't know we done cool. Or if they do, you ain't that good. So you gonna be there. But you like, I got Joshua. Everybody like, I made it. You like, dang. And then you get you, sir. I got Joshua. All right, I got Peter. Okay. All right. I got Treg. Come on. You ain't doing nothing out of no want. Ain't gonna call him a cupcake. Cupcake for what? Because y'all wanted to eat? You gonna blame the cupcake you fat. Y'all gotta be consistent. Oh my God. I love it too much, guys. Love it, love it, love it. Please make sure you love it too and love yourself. Take care of yourself. All right? Gotta get your Vinny in you. Let's go. What's good, fam? It's your boy Marcellus Wiley. And I gotta talk to you about something that's been a game changer for me. Y'all know I've been on the comeback trail after my hip surgery. And let me tell you, getting back to 100% ain't easy. I've been looking for anything to give me that edge, to help me bounce back stronger, faster. And that's where Vinia's new blood flow hydration product comes in. Oh, this ain't just another supplement, people. This is about optimizing your body from the inside out. Since I started taking Vinia blood flow hydration, I'm feeling a big difference in my physical therapy sessions and my energy levels. It's helping me get that crucial blood flow where it needs to go, helping my body heal and perform. I'm feeling more vibrant, more ready to tackle whatever comes my way. It's like my body just remembers how to be its best self. And for anyone out there just looking to elevate your daily well-being, this is it. And here's the best part. Vinia is so confident you'll love it, they're offering a 90-day money-back guarantee. That's how you know it's legit. You got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So head over to the link in my bio, check out Vinia Blood Flow Hydration, and start your own comeback story. Trust me, your body will thank you. Let's get it. Blah, blah, blah. He said it for me. Who is he? Me. Blah, blah, blah. Love you guys. Have an amazing day. I'll show you my son's commercial another time. We got to get out of here because I got to get this thing going. You know the best thing going is us out here knowing. Love you guys. Hit the like button on the way out and have an amazing day. Let's do it again tomorrow. Peace.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole.